morning, good morning. Thank you, Lord, for a new day to trade. And this is not financial advice, educational purposes only. The only play I'm currently in is FTEL. I thought that it might flush here at 7 o'clock. So I am in this one. I shared it in the Discord. Let's see what happens. Wouldn't be surprised if it pushes the VWAP then fell first, but I do think this one, could be wrong, but I think this one's going to fade. So let's see. And I got my trade ideas up, so looking for new 7 o'clock pops. Oh wow, BNAI looks like it flushed though. ANL, what did it do? It's coming back to VWAP. Ooh, this gets a little interesting. I'm probably gonna pass it up because this ticker seemed like it had decent news, but I wouldn't be surprised if it fails here. But I might pass on it. You got it, yeah. BNAI had a lot of insiders, so I kind of just wasn't super interested in it. But I'm probably going to regret turning this one down, but we'll see. And I haven't done enough research on FTEL to be too confident about it. I don't even remember why it pushed, what was it? Dividend and shareholder loyalty program. Well, that's decent news actually, because sometimes these dividend ones will hold, but I'm still in it. This is about where my average is. INDP. Yeah, I'm gonna try to take a stab at this one. Does it have must have a pretty small float, but I'm in. Because the locates were kind of pricey, that's why I said that. But I got in at 309, so I will stay in it unless it breaks a new high. I already trimmed some at 302. Not much. Didn't make much on that, but let me see. INDP. Well, yeah, it's got a tiny float. So if this starts breaking new highs, I'm gonna get out of it. Added a little bit more at 311. Oh, beautiful ad. Beautiful ad. Okay. I didn't get much out on that flush though, but I'm gonna get some out right here. Right here. Now I'm just gonna hold a few runners. Nice, 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 nice. I'll add some more at 309 if it gets there, and then more at 319 if it gets back up there. But I'm just going to ride out these last few. Yeah, it's a disaster of a company. What was the news? Okay. Securities purchase agreement. Okay, well, my 309 got filled. So let's pull up the daily. Oh, so it popped to 315 very recently. That must be what I saw on the, yeah. In pre-market though, it got all the way up to 372. Yeah, with this one being such a low float, I'm gonna, if it breaks new highs, I'll probably just cut. Sorry guys, I got the flu. I'm probably gonna make some disgusting noises this morning, so I apologize. So I trimmed a tad bit more at 301 just because it's not fading very cleanly. So I'm gonna write out these runners. So basically only in like 400 shares now. My 309, like I said, I had an order at 309 and 319. The 309 got filled again, so let's see if it flushes now. There we go. Trim 200 at 288, so now I'm just in 200. Just having fun with these runners. Let's see if they keep falling. And trim them at VWAP. So I'm out. It might keep falling, but with it being a low float and it's at VWAP, it might push up here. So did decent on that one. Joey, appreciate you, bro. Ooh, FTEL didn't go my way though. Oh, perfect. Okay, so this is where I wanted to add some size, and the reason why I'm fairly, I don't love the news being dividend news, but look how many times it's failed VWAP. So I'm gonna add some here. I'm already in 4,000 shares, so now I'm in 5,000 shares. And then if it breaks over maybe like 105 and holds, I'll probably get out. Ooh, it's pushing now though. Let's see. I might have misjudged this one. And it's above it. Dang, 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 dang. So I'm gonna have to start trimming out of some. Well, it fell back below it. So let's see if it closes, if it keeps pushing, or if it closes above 105, I might get out of this one. I'm down over 200 bucks on it now, so because I got in a little early. But still not confident it's going to hold. There we go. Yeah, now I'm at break even. Oh, I'm in the money. Let's go. Good. So I'm going to trim some here though, just because that was, okay, I'm only in 3,000 shares now. Was not expecting to make money on that one after that move, but let's see. Probably should have got out of more than just 2,000, but still in 3K shares. So if history repeats itself, it's going to fail this VWAP. The thing I don't like about this one, and I should have looked at this previously, was that it was dividend news. Should look into it a little bit more, because sometimes announces interim dividend and shareholder loyalty program. If it's just speculation, I'm not too concerned with it, but if they're actually giving out real dividends, sometimes these hold their gains until they give out the dividends. So let me pull it up and see what I can find out about it. Declared a cash dividend of 10 cents payable January 13th. Yeah, when I get back in the money on this one, I'm probably just going to get out. I still think it could fade, but just historically, I've seen these dividend plays hold their gains a little bit until they give the dividends. My average is 102, so I might just get out here at 103 to be honest. SOPA retesting. Oh, INDP. I might be in INDP again. Oh, no, I'm not. Okay. Because I still have that order waiting. I feel like I'm all over the place this morning. Ooh, what's this level I have up here drawn? As usual, don't know. Oh, right up here. Yeah, I'll play it right here. I'm about to stab it right here. What's the float on this one? All right, I'm in 260. If it keeps pushing, I'm just going to get out. But this is an extended move. What is the float on this one, though? Oh, shoot, my computer's freezing. Just don't want this to turn into a short squeeze. Okay, 5 million float, that's decent. So the reason I kind of took a stab at it is just because this move's a little overextended. So see if it comes back to reality a little bit. There we go. Trimmed 500. Didn't make hardly anything on it, but I got my size a little bit smaller. So let's see what happens. I gotta keep an eye on INDP since I still have that order waiting. Man, I wish I would have put another 309 order in, but I got distracted by other things. Money rotation we're seeing right here. I should have focused more of my attention on this. Let's see, FTEL, let's go. Now I'm pretty deep in the money with this one. There we go. So I'm gonna just get out of this one. I think it could still fail here, but these dividend plays make me a little nervous. Sometimes they hold their gains until they give the dividends. ANL, I played this one earlier but got out way too quick. Yeah, I should have been focused on money rotation. Look, when SOPA popped like that, everything else died, it looked like. If we keep pushing here, I might just get out of it. So basically, if we break over 280, I think I'm gonna just cut. I'm only in 500 shares now because I took quick profits on that flush. But let's see what happens with this one. Is this a multi-day? No. Well, kinda. It's about to turn into one. That's okay. What was the news? Why was this one so strong? Oh, it had news this morning too. Oh, they're trying to pump this thing. It has news like 3 sessions in a row. Because they had a PR December 22nd, December 23rd, and December 29th. So they're trying to pump this thing. So next chance it gets to, I get out, break even, I'll probably just get out. They're trying to pump this. I don't know what they're trying to do, but all right, I'm out. I'm just being a little cautious with this one. I'll probably regret it. This move's a little extended, but I don't know. There's something that makes me a little nervous about this one with all these PRs they're pumping out. They're trying to send this, and it makes me think they're not going to stop until they do. So I'm out. Basically made a little on the flush and then got out at break even at 261. Well, lost 1 cent and then made like 5 cents. So not the best play, but I have my guard up with this one for some reason. So I don't think I'm in any plays right now, no. The thing about SOPA, this move is very extended, so I wouldn't be surprised if it does give a little flush here, but again, I just kind of have a little bit of trust issues with this one right now. SOPA, very expensive locates and single use only. Yeah, that's usually a warning sign. Mine were $10 for 1,000 shares, so they were elevated, but nothing crazy. And I am glad I got out of this one. It's about to break new highs. Yeah. Is there any money rotation we can jump in? No, everything's already flushed. FTEL actually turned out to be a decent little play. $15 for 100? Yeah, they probably went up since it's popped. Y'all know I get my locates early. That's the first thing I do is grab locates, even if I might not enter it. Some people might say that's reckless because I waste money on locates, but I don't like, I like getting my locates early just in case the price goes up. $15 for 100 shares? That's wild, though. Are you on TZ? TradeZero? If something else pops, though, I might look to re-enter unless mine were single use, were they? Oh, mine were single use. So yeah, I'm not gonna mess with this one anymore then. Oh, Ocean One. Yeah. So let me tell you exactly where mine is now. Let's see, 1,000. Yeah, 20 bucks. What Foco said. Yeah, this one still could flush, guys, but I don't know. It's that kind of that 6 cent that you know, it's just like I feel like I should just avoid this one, so I'm going to. But it is a fundamentally disaster of a company. It's got a decent float, 5 million. But for some reason my guard's up with this one, and I think it's just because they keep pumping out PRs. There we go. Let's see what it does here at VWAP. It's only 7:16. It feels so active today. Well, I did trade a little before 7 o'clock. Didn't really make much, but Ordo brought up in the group, he brought up DBRG. I was kind of interested in this one if it makes its way back to VWAP. I mean, this is the definition of a downtrend. Like, we get another move like this, I might be interested. So I'm gonna maybe set an alert. It's a little pricier than I typically like. And what's the market cap on this one? DBRG. Oh, never mind. This is a 3 billion. Never mind. I'm not gonna play this one. So disregard. If any of y'all are in it, I hope SOPA still flushes for y'all, but I'm afraid this one might keep going. I see somebody said play SOPA at 3-ish. Let's see, what do y'all see at 3? What are y'all seeing at 3? I don't really see much. Anyways, I'll keep an eye on SOPA. Oh, is it flushing for y'all or is it still at VWAP? Oh, there we go. Scared money don't make money. I was scared, so I missed this flush. Hope some of y'all are still in it. Good morning. What trade idea subscription do you have? I have the basic one, just like the cheapest one. I don't know if that's helpful, but I don't know what it's called, but it's just the cheapest one. Dang, that turned out to be a pretty nice little flush there. Man, I was in A and L at $3, and I got out at 285. And L is at 216. Same thing with SOPA. FTEL. I think I'm still holding it. No, I got completely out of this one too, so I'm not in anything right now. All good though. See what else pops up. SOUP. Are you saying I'm sick? If y'all hear me wheezing, I apologize. Like I said, I got the flu, unfortunately. Trying to have an MJ flu trading session though. But yeah, let me know if y'all see anything else, because I'm not interested in SOPA. Who knows? It could fail here, but again, for some reason I have my guard up with it, so I'm not going to ignore it. PLRZ just released some news. I don't know if it's going to move. No. But yeah, I'm gonna probably be a little more cautious today, because I want to end none of this really matters, but I want to end the month all green. So I haven't had very many all green months, and just got to end the last 3 sessions that way. So I'm probably gonna be a little more cautious about some of my entries. But SOPA is diving now. Whatever happened to INDP? Oh, what a beauty. Made decent on this one, but should have made more. Good morning. Do you look for shorts only? Mostly shorts, yes. Like when I say mostly, like 99% of the time, yeah. Oh, when the market heats up again, I'll be looking for maybe more longs, but as of right now, yeah, shorts is what I'm looking for. Because with small caps, they usually dive back to where they started. When you trade on your mobile, did it matter if you have the paid or free version? Yeah, it's just the free version. Because the only thing that's paid broker or I guess platform wise is the pro. The mobile is free. And again, I really like the TradeZero mobile. You know, I try to be honest with y'all. I mean, I've made, I'm a lot of money doing mobile the last few years, but I think you are at a little bit of a disadvantage for sure trading on mobile. But I used to travel quite a bit for work and leisure, but mostly work. So it was super convenient. But in 2026, we'll see. I'm saying it, but I don't know yet. I might try to, at least for these live streams, transition to trading on desktop. I just don't like to fix things that's not broken, but I also realize that you can improve as well. So, Colin, I don't know if you're on today. I'm sure you are, but I got to visit Colin for the first time over the weekend when I visited my family. He lives close by, and he showed me his setup. Oh my gosh, I'm at such a disadvantage with how I trade. So like, it's convenient when you're traveling, but I mean, I out of everybody on this live stream, I probably have one of the worst setups. Oh, there you go, Colin. Yeah, I was over here gushing about his setup. Yeah, maybe you can do a live demo on mobile. You're not the first person to ask that, so I should do that. I'll get my wife to record me one day or something while I'm trading. Because the good thing is you can set like it knows that I always want 1,000 shares. So if I enter a position, it's always set 1,000. If I get locates, it's always 1,000. So there's little things like that that make it a little bit easier. But again, after seeing Colin set up, I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm playing from behind. It's almost 7:30, guys. So let's see if there's some more PRs that come out. Oh, thanks for the heads up, Denny Burns. It's like that street performer at the pier that plays guitar with his feet. Oh my god, that's hilarious. Yeah, deep down, I kind of wanted to, get to 1 million under the Bear Wall Street before I went desktop, because that'd be a cool little conversation to say I made 1 million trading mobile. I'm a little over 300K on the year doing it, and then last year a little over 200 for the Bear Wall Street, not personal account, just the Bear Wall Street. So, but I don't know if I want to wait till 1 million, because I think I'm holding myself back a little bit. But 7:30, let's see if there's any news that comes out. But yeah, I created the Bear Wall Street last year around June. I made a little more on my personal, well, quite a bit more on my personal account last year, but I can't verify that, so I don't really talk about it much. But I can verify the Bear Wall Street. I shut that account down because there's a fee if you keep your account open and don't trade. I never thought I'd be public until Kimfo reached out, so. But all good. All good. No stop loss pre-market. How do you protect yourself? That's the scary part of pre-market trading. Yeah, you just gotta be quick if it moves against you. You gotta be ready to get out. So that's, if you're new, anything with the float under 2 million, just avoid. And that's the best. Not financial advice, educational purposes only, but yeah, the best way to protect yourself is to avoid tickers that you think could run hard against you. So if it's really good news, if it's a really tiny float, if there's, any red flags you see, just skip it. The problem with me is again, not trying to brag, but I'm pretty good at figuring out a way to get in and out of these tickers and surviving. But if you're new, if there's any red flags, and you see how I played SOPA, I was wrong, but I'm actually proud of myself. I'm not beating myself up over it. I got a little skittish and I just got out. So in the past, I was never scared, never. I always thought I could make money on a ticker. So the fact that I am a little skittish now, I'm actually kind of happy about that, because I didn't take risk management very serious. And maybe before this session's over, I'll show you what I'm talking about. I made good money last year, but I just had massive losses, and now I just don't allow that to happen. Dang, there was no 7:30 PRs. I don't know if y'all can see this or not. Probably not. Let's see, window capture. Think y'all can, nope, that's not it. Okay, I think y'all can see this. So on the month, and again, this is not a typical month. I don't typically make 51K in a month. This is a really good month. But if I go back to, let's say, let's find December of last year. So I'm throwing some shade at myself. This is how I used to trade. Look at this. I ended up making 18K last month, or in December of 2024, but had a 10K loss, had a 6K loss. I had a basically $29,000 loss. I had an $8,000 loss. So like my stops were almost non-existent back in the day, like because I would just bank on they usually always fail, and they usually do, and somehow I still had a profitable month losing 29, 10, 6. And then if we go back to this month, it's a lot more consistent. I don't have as big of wins as I used to have, but I don't have nearly the losses I used to have either. So yeah, so I've really enjoyed the trader I've turned into lately, where I am a little skittish, and if something goes against me, I just don't force it, like, because the emotional, and I posted a video over the weekend a little bit about this. The emotional roller coaster of how I used to trade was starting to weigh on me. Like taking 30K losses on the chin, like you can only do that so many times where it starts like messing with your headspace. You know what I mean? So I had to dial that in quite a bit, and it's funny because both months were profitable, but like completely different. And again, this is an outlier month. I'm not gonna pretend like I always have all green months. This is abnormal. Last month I had 3 red days. My biggest loss was only like 2,500, which is still a win. But the point is, like like when things are not going my way, or if I see red flags, SOPA was a good example, and I was wrong. I could have waited for that flush and made a little more money on it. But when I get a little spooked now, I don't force it. Or if it goes against me, I don't force it. And like the mental, the not having to check a position and I'm down 30K on it and then try to figure out what to do with it, like, yeah, no, I used to be a little bit more reckless, let's just say that. Okay, back to trading. I just don't I don't share my P&L much with y'all, but that was a good time too, because I just want to be clear about taking risk management seriously. I saw it on FinViz. Well, even FinViz only says 40% now. Earlier it said 80. But let's see, BNAI. Whatever happened to it? Still hanging in there. Dang, I hate there wasn't any 7:30 PRs. For a Friday, that's very unusual. I mean, for a Monday, that's very unusual. Okay, let me catch up on comments. You made more than 300K in your personal account. Well done. Enjoy your channel. Do you find it harder to short stocks pop in at 8 a.m.? 8 a.m. is not too bad, but 8:30, 9 o'clock, those are the ones that and I've already showed my TradeZella, so I'm just gonna ask y'all to believe me on this one. But on my TradeZella, if I pull up my reporting, yeah, I perform way worse at 8:30 and 9 o'clock, because when those pop, they tend to hold their gains a little bit more. So the biggest edge, and I still don't take advantage of it as much as I should. So remember when SOPA popped here? Look at 705. Look what everything else did at 705. So this one was already flushing. What was another one? So like, see how this one started going down? Then FTEL at like 705 started going down. So the real edge in what we're doing is the money rotation, where when something is new and shiny like this, it pops. Often the other tickers will flush a little bit as money rotates over to these plays. So the problem with the 8:30, 9 o'clock pops is you don't get that money rotation because they're the latest pops on the session. So 9:30, it's a great equalizer. Anything can happen. Bullish stocks tank, and bearish stocks sometimes rip. But as a rule of thumb, yeah, the later pops, just statistically, I don't do as well. But 8 o'clock, I still do good. But it's whenever it's like 8:39, those plays, I I tend not to do as well with those. So that's why I end the live stream at 8:30. It's not because I'm just done trading. It's because statistically I don't do as well with those pops. And I usually come back around 10, 30, 11, 12. I've been playing the market open session a little bit more, but I haven't really been doing as good lately. I tracked all the gappers last week. Almost all of them didn't start fading until 10:30. They ran it open. Yeah, that's probably why I didn't do too good with them. Yeah, that's why I like to come back around 10:30, 11. It's because I let those make their moves at market open. Because you can make some money at market open, like if you get in it and then it flushes, because they'll flush hard sometimes. But I got caught up in a few of them before they started fading. So that's why I historically like to come back around 10:30, 11, 12 and catch the backside, which is funny. A lot of short sellers avoid that time frame, the zombie time or whatever, but I actually like it. Man, it's a little bit slow though. Let me know if y'all see anything. The part that stinks is I don't really know. Maybe SOPA, if if there's another big pop, I can see money rotating away from this one, especially since we already fell below VWAP. We're looking weak right here. So this is a good example of that would be a good money rotation play. We're already seeing a little bit of weakness here. If something else pops and takes off, potentially this one could flush. And I know I was a little bit scared of it earlier, but now that I've seen some of the price action, I might potentially take a stab if something else pumps, but we'll see when that time comes. When do you go long? Very rarely, but if the float is super, super tiny, if the news seems decent, if it's a part of a theme, and if the 9 and VWAP align, that's my that's my favorite technical entry. So the few times I've made well on these is usually those: decent news, very tiny float, and there's a decent technical level for it to pop at. And I really like when the 9 and VWAP align on the 5-minute. But it's rare. I watched you talk yourself out of going long, then you changed your mind and smashed it with a green trade. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's rare though, because I'm very picky going long because I'm just uncomfortable in long positions. I'll just be honest with you. I'm very short biased. So it's just not very natural for me. Yeah, I'm a little surprised at how limited of PRs came out this week or today. Maybe that's common for the end of the year. I don't remember from the past years, but it's not a lot of PRs today. 8 o'clock has historically has the most PRs, but the fact that we got 0 at 7:30 is a little weird. So maybe that's just end of year thing. Yeah, it's funny that I was talking about the 9 and the VWAP aligning because that's kind of what this one is right now. The 9 and VWAP somewhat aligning. But it doesn't have a low enough float for me, and I don't think the news is that great. But this is the kind of the technical I like to get a position, but I like for the float to be much smaller, much smaller. Because sometimes if the float is tiny enough, it doesn't matter if the news is crap, it doesn't matter if the company's crap, it doesn't matter about any of that. If the float's small enough, sometimes it just pumps just for that. HTOO just released some news. Fusion Fuel Solution signs agreement to launch up to 30 million target hydrogen investment platform. So let's pull it up, see if it gets any attention. HTOO. Oh, it is. It's pumping a little bit. Doesn't look very liquid. $2 million float. Overall offering risk red. They need cash, so it's a trash company. So let's see what happens here. I'm not in it. I'm just keeping an eye on it. Oh, only 3,000 shares have been traded on it. Yeah, definitely not in it. But let's see if it pushes a little bit. But it has to get a lot more volume. Should just before I'm interested. So it's getting a little bit more. So if it does push, where do I want to play it? We got some 200s at 640 and 780, but I don't really see much else I like on this chart. Maybe 578, a previous pop, but yeah, there's not a lot of love about this one. Yeah, I'm seeing 2 million. Let's see what FinViz says. Oh, it says 1.56. So yeah, this is one to be cautious with. I'm seeing 2 million and 1.5. So definitely don't want to get in this one early. And there's, well, it's got 83,000 volume now. And it's only up 13%. So yeah, it's got to move a little bit before I'm interested in it. Sometimes they respond to the $5 psychological level, but I'm not playing it at $5. I want to see it push a little bit more before I'm interested. You're seeing 571K? Where are you seeing that at? I believe you. It just varies so much. So AskEdgar saying 2, FinViz is saying 1.5. Where are you seeing the 570 at? It's up to 145 shares traded on it now. Got it. So yeah, if I'm gonna be super cautious with this one then. So 1 minute look like. Kind of caught under VWAP right now. Nah, it's not trading like a nano. BSLK. 4 million float. That was a good call. I think I'm missing it though. I would like to get it closer to 195. Man, this one could fade all day too, or fade pretty hard back to the 150, 160 if it. This is like a failed VWAP attempt. It looks like. Okay, you know what? I might give me a little. I'm gonna grab me some shares. I like that it's back up here. I'm gonna try it. Get a little starter here at 195 and then add more size if it gets the 2 to 205 range. So I'm in 1,000 shares, 195, and then like I said, I'll add more if it gets a little higher. And then I'll cut if it breaks a new high. Let's see what the daily looks like on this. Got a little bit, we got a monthly pivot right here, which I don't follow these religiously, but I do like that there's some more daily resistance here, so I'll take it. And that seems to be where it hesitated at previously though, where this monthly pivot is. So yeah, I'll try it. I'll try it. We'll see. SOPA is tanking. Yeah, money rotate. Well, I don't know if I can say money rotation, but maybe. Something else started popping. It flushed, but it dang sure did. Oof. Thanks for the heads up, Denny Burns. I'll probably trim 500 at VWAP and then maybe just ride out the other 500 since it has already hit the, see the 200s, that's what this yellow and blue line is. So it's already fallen. This is where I like to take profit sometimes if I do decide to hold, because this is where they tend to bounce. But yeah, up about $100 on it now, so nothing crazy. I'll trim if it drops a little bit more. All right, trim a 500 here. And then I'm gonna hold the other 500 to see if it keeps flushing. But yeah, SOPA just tanked. Yeah, we definitely in a downtrend now. What was that other one that we were talking about? What was it? HO? HTOO? Is that what it was? Yeah. Oh, it pushed up a little bit, didn't it? Well, not really. It's still kind of hanging out in that same area. Yeah, it's not really trading like a nano. Looks like we have some buyers here at VWAP though. Every time it gets down to about like 180, 181, seems like some buyers jump in here. So let's see. But I'm not in very heavy. I think we're about to flush. There we go. Let's see. I'll probably get out. Yeah, I'll probably not hold this one too long. I'll probably get out in the low 170s. All right, I'm out. Could keep flushing, but I'll take it. We got some moving averages right here, so I'm gonna just go ahead and take profit. And even on the 1 minute, we got the 200 right here, so I'm gonna take profit right here. Well, that was a pretty clean, easy little play. And you'll see this is pretty common. Like I'm notorious for getting in early. I know it. I joke about it. I've already joked about it in the Discord earlier today when I got into FTEL. But a lot of times, even when they fail VWAP like this, they'll push way above it before they fail. It's hard to know when they're going to do it and when they just tap it and fail. So that's why I like to add my initial size. I didn't get into this one till up here, so but when I do play the initial size, that's why it's a little bit smaller. I'll try to save some if it does make the move like this so I can add heavier, but I didn't see this one till it was well over it, so should have did more than 1,000 shares, but all good. All good. I thought it might push to test this 2 to 205 level, and I was going to add some more size there, but it failed before then. Do you typically trade penny size? All I trade, yeah. That's all I trade. And I get, let's see if I can find it. I get asked a lot of the same questions, which is fine. It's all good. But I created a little cheat sheet so y'all would know. So free little PDF of how I play these. MASK. But I put it in the comment. Ooh, that was a nice little retail. Oh, but it's under 50 cents. I can't trade anything under 50 cents. TradeZero doesn't allow it. But yeah, so I attached a comment. I'll pin it. It's just the playbook I use for these pre-market pops. It's free if you want to grab it. Can you scale up the amount of shares you short to increase your profits? I can, yeah. Is that a trick question? Or can you scale up the amount of shares you short to increase? Yeah, definitely, definitely. I don't trade very big size, especially on live. Like we kind of joke around in the Discord because like when I'm outside of the live stream, I go a little bit heavier. But typically in pre-market, I trade a little bit smaller size because it goes back to there's no stop losses. I haven't had a lot of time to do a lot of due diligence on these plays. So in intraday, when I'm going a little bit heavier, I usually have a little bit more time to read into the company, build a stronger thesis on my short position. Where in pre-market, I'm like checking really quick. Ooh, HTOO, what a flush. I mean, it was only up like what 15-20%, but that's still a pretty nasty flush. 50-70 cent flush. But yeah, no, to answer your question, you definitely can add more size for sure. Sorry guys, I meant to mute the mic that time. I forgot.
ANL, BNAI,
8 o'clock is here.
BSLK. SOPA.
See if we get some news.
HTOL. BCDA.
VCIG is getting a little pop here. I like it. I might take a stab at VC. Well, it's not up that much yet, though. Yeah, there's a decent amount of PRs that just came out.
FTEL.
None of them's really pushing very hard, though. Dang, I should have held some FTEL. That was the plan, but it's flushing. Yeah, there's a few PRs that came out, but none of them really like pushed very hard. I'm surprised TOVX didn't push harder. Oh, it did. It's just below 50 cents. Yeah, Tim. Yeah, no, I see what you're saying now. Yeah, you definitely can, but I'm a little more cautious in pre-market for sure. Because all these companies are sketchy small cap companies. So even when my thesis is strong, there's still a chance there's manipulation involved. There's still a chance that a whale could come in and move this ticker with a really big position. So there's a few reasons I don't go too heavy. I used to trade a lot heavier, but maybe not a lot heavier, but probably about twice to 3x my size I currently trade. But I kind of like the size I'm trading right now. It gives me peace. That's worth a lot right now. VCIG, if it pushes a little bit more, I might look for an entry in it, but it's still just not up very much. BNAI VWAP retest. BNAI. All right, I'm gonna take a stab at it. Trying to decide where I want to take a stab at it though, because I'm seeing big orders on the bid, so I'm gonna see where it goes. Oh, but now it's all right. Now I'm gonna take a little position here, but it's still not up that much. See if it fails. Yeah, I did, but it's looking pretty weak now. My thesis can change after seeing the price action. But I'm gonna have a tight stop with it. If it breaks over like 170, I'll probably cut. It does have a small float though. But I only entered 500 shares. Very small, and then if it gets up to 169, I'll add. Oh, here we go. If it gets up to 169, I'll add the other 500. Dang, it got up to 168. Didn't get there. Oh well. I just added. I added at 166, so I'm in 1,000 shares. Still pretty small, but my average is 164. Not the best, but If it gets up to 169, I'm gonna add 1,000 shares there. But yeah, you're right, it's strange. I did avoid this one earlier, but now seeing the price action, it looks kind of weak. So again, when it falls, when it has to bounce at the 205, so
ANL.
see how it went to the 200s right here, the yellow and blue lines? Like that means it basically died for a little bit. And now it's coming back. So it just feels more like a 200 bounce instead of it about to take off again. I hope that kind of makes sense. Like out of all the places to bounce, it had to fall all the way down to the 200 to bounce on the 5-minute. That's not a good sign. I mean, it basically gave back most all of its gains before it had to bounce. So I'm gonna try it. I'm a little in the money now, nothing crazy, in 2,000 shares. Or actually, I'm in 1,500 shares. Yeah, 1,500 shares. But if it gets up to 169, I'll be 2,500 shares, I think. Yeah. Okay, got my 169 fill. So now I want it to fail. If it starts breaking and holding 170, I'm gonna scale out of it. But on the 1 minute, it's looking pretty bullish. This move is, so I'm gonna keep an eye on it just in case I need to bail on it quick. The reason I chose 170 is for these like previous wicks up here. Where is it at? Right here. But if it flushes a little bit, I'm gonna trim my size down because I'm up to 2,500 shares now. I'm in the money, so I'm trimming some of my size down here at 163.
ANL.
And trimmed a little at 162. And then just going to ride out these 1,000. I might end up having to cut this if it stays bullish, but I'm going to bank on it. I think it's about to fail here, so let's see. I might just get out here. I'm not going to make that much on it, but being a little cautious today. How about this? I'll just write out 500. That'll be the plan. Let's see, if you turn on the volume, this push is different, nearly 5x the volume. I don't care about volume, bro. Look what it did. Exactly what I wanted it to do. Now, you're right. I know everybody uses volume, but it's just misleading to me. It's never helped me once. There's been times on these live streams where y'all tell me the volume's increasing and then it just tanks. So until I can like find value in the volume, it's not going to be on my chart. Let's see. You got that crunchy cough. Yeah, bro, it's terrible. Where do you get your alerts from? Trade ideas, but my best alerts come from y'all. So appreciate it. If you just hang out in this chat, you'll get the best alerts. INDP. But yeah, trade ideas is where I get my INDP again. What do you mean? The thing. So still riding out these 500 would be an AI. See if it flushes here. I'm only in 500 though. But it's about to tank. Oh, it's going down. It's going down. There we go. Should have held more than 500. Oh, we going down. Bye-bye. Wonder if I should take some profit. No, I'm only in 500. I'll just ride these out till the live stream's over. And I'll just cut if it breaks over 170. You're saying IDP again. Am I looking at the wrong one? You said it twice. It's not. You talking about this one? Bro, I ain't trying to play it right here. Is it? Yeah, I'm not trying to play it right there. Oh, okay. I was like, I was wondering, Denny, because I'm like, you usually have some good alerts. I'm like, are you sure about INDP? It's like the move's over, bro. Yeah, I've been hearing that about TZ1. I think TZPro and TZ Free is the go-to. Some people in the group have had some complaint, and that is like a beta one, I think, the TZ1. Anyways, only holding 500 shares of these. My average got up to 166. So I'm only up, I'm only in 500 shares. So I'm only up like, what, 60 bucks on it or something. But I'm going to just let it, see if it keeps falling. But yeah, kind of a weak morning for me. Where am I at on the morning? Yeah, very weak morning, actually. Only up 383 on the morning. And realize, and I'm holding 50 realize, so about $400 morning, which is a little disappointing, but there wasn't a lot of action, and I got a little skittish today, so I didn't hold some of the plays as long as I should have, but all good. Man, I wish I would have held all 2,500 shares. Yeah. Over here telling me the volume's going up. You got me freaking out. FRSX. Dang, I missed that one. CJ, I hope you banked on that one, bro. AEHL. That's the ones I look for right there. The ones that flush like that. But Trade Ideas did me dirty. Didn't tell me about this one. What a beautiful flush. Look at that. Went all the way up to $2, then flush. That was too late, though. CJ. I knew you would bank on that one, bro. Good job. Yeah, the move's over. I'm not going to play it now. I'll probably close BNAI here. Nice little play. Should have held more shares, but like I said, I've been a little skittish this morning. I don't know why, but all good. I'm not mad at myself when I am this way. I'm mad at myself when I'm reckless, so all good. Colin, I'm calling you out, bro. Where you at today? I'm at 4. I'm only at 400. You got me beat today. Almost 3 and okay. That makes me feel a little better. Dang, HTOO, look at this one. Oh. Man, I haven't caught any of these decent moves where I bailed out too quick, so all good. But hopefully y'all made some money or learned something or both. And again, like I said earlier, I'm not gonna pretend like I have all green months often. That is a rare occasion. So deep down, I think I'm trying to make sure it stays that way. So being a little more cautious than normal. Shouldn't focus on that, but I'm human and I do. So I'm not gonna pretend like I don't. I could pretend like some people and just act like I don't think about any of those things or don't look at the P&L, but I do. And it went back to the 200. BNAI. FTEL. Man, see all these plays, I made the right call on them, but I just got out too quick. Like this one, I don't know. It's kind of traded weird today, but all good. This is the one from the beginning of the live stream I was planning on holding, but it's how it goes sometimes. See if we get some more plays, and I'll probably start wrapping up shortly after 8:30. Close it green while you can, bro. Yeah, no, it's just weird because sometimes, like, y'all know, the people that's in the Discord, like I was in a 22K position was it Friday, and each tick on that one was more than what I've made today. You know, it moved 1 cent and it was like over $500 a tick. And then like the whole session today is $400. But I really add size based on conviction. Now I had very high conviction on that one. That's why I ended up having my best day of the month, the 7K day Friday. But just I'm happy where I'm at. Yeah, I'm happy where I'm at. It's just I should have held some of these a little bit longer. A little spooked today. Not really sure. Maybe it's because I'm sick. Oh yeah, so what were you saying? So TradeZero, it says short entry, short at the bid, immediate fill, paid short above the ask pending, free cover at the ask, immediate fill. Oh, trying to work out to keep the commissions low. Got it. My commissions stay low unless I short anything under $1. Then if I short tickers under $1, the TradeZero commissions add up quite a bit for those. But yeah, I usually just slap the ask or slap the bid unless I have an order waiting. Y'all know I'll leave like orders waiting to get filled. My commissions are usually not too terrible. But if I short tickers under $1, they add up quick. And here's a breakdown. I just put it in the chat, how the commissions work. I don't know if that's just USA or if that's international. I think it's everyone, but I could be wrong. Basically with TradeZero, if you don't hit the bid or ask and add liquidity, they are free. Oh, okay. I should know this. Thanks, jumping off. Hit BSLK and BNAI. Nice, Daniel. Good job, bro. Oh, so the commissions are much higher international, BG? Interesting. Facts. Somebody just said MRM in the Discord, so let's see if it's moving. We're getting a little pop on it. It's flushing too quick though. It looks like another VWAP fell. Tried to push and hold below VWAP. It looks like I'm too late now to jump in, but and just so y'all know, I've shared my secrets with y'all. If you start, I don't know what the volume is, but if you TradeZero probably wouldn't appreciate me saying this, but I don't know what the volume criteria is, but if you trade enough, I reach out to them every quarter, and I get credits. I get like right now, I'm getting 25% off locates. Like, I mean, like, hey, I paid way too much for locates this last month. Like, what can you do for me to keep my business? And then they'll be like, the next month or 2 or 3, we'll give you 25% off locates. They usually don't do much with commissions, but they'll help me with my locate. Again, you got to trade a little volume for them to, but I don't really know what that volume parameter is. But just FYI, I know some of y'all are low key trading some decent size. Nice flush on MRM. I was just too late to it. Nice flush. Good call. Yeah, T-Mac, that kind of makes sense because, like, you know how I'll like leave orders waiting at like VWAP or highs or whatever. Because the only time I really slap the bid is whenever I'm just really trying to get in fast on these pre-market pops. But intraday, I'm not really doing that too much. Oh my gosh, FTEL, man, it's exactly what I wanted to happen. But I got a little spooked by the dividends because sometimes the dividend news can hold their gains a decent amount, but this one flushed nicely. Just in case his pitcher didn't give it away, T-Mac is in Canada. I like your Peep the Canada Bear, my brother. No, yours is pretty dope. I like your little. What is it? The correct term? I'm just gonna call it your picture. Your profile pic. Well, it's been a little slow for a Monday, guys. Again, it might go back to being end of the year. I don't remember previously how it was during this time, but there hasn't been a ton of plays, and the plays that we did have, I didn't fully take advantage of, but it does feel a little bit softer than normal for a Monday. TOVX would have been good. Let's see. Yeah, it's gotta get over 50 cents for me. Yeah, no, I was just too late for MRM. And y'all know I don't really like playing red candles. I like catching the move up, but you're 100% right. That was a nice flush on MRM. So I'll hang out till 8:30, see if there's any PRs. I'm a little bit more cautious at 8:30. Statistically, I just don't do as well on those, but since I'm barely over 400 bucks on the day, I would like to add a little more to the P&L. I'm not going to force it, but if there's a play, I'll play it. But I'll hang out a little bit longer. Then I'm probably going to go back to sleep. I feel like crap. Man, BNAI is not giving up, is it? Ian, what do you mean exactly? How do you choose the ask on TradeZero? Elaborate a little bit. What are you talking about when I slap the ask or bid or whatever? Just depends on where I want to get in and get out. Yeah. So if I'm slapping bids or ask, it's just I've decided that's where I want to. So if it's the bid, like if it's a pop, I just want to make sure I get filled, I slap the bid. If it flushes really quick and I want to make sure I get out, I just slap the ask. So it all depends on price action. No, I don't have any hotkeys. I'm on mobile. And I think you can like rig up hotkeys on mobile, but like it didn't help me at all. But you can add like 1 cent, 2 cent, 3 cents to the bid and stuff like that. But since I'm not trading that big of size, I don't have to worry about like being above the bid or below the bid or below the ask. Like my size is not that big. I usually always get filled. Oh, so you manually input the price on the ask? So I have the settings in my TradeZero mobile where, let's see. So let me just, so I don't lie to you, see how it looks. So if I go to short, it automatically goes to the ask. So when I pull it up, would you consider no, I don't think I'm going to consider re-entry on BNAI. There's not a lot on this move right now, and it is up a decent amount. Well, with it being 8:30, this might be a money rotation play actually. Yeah, you know what? Now that it's pushing, yeah, I'm about to get an entry right here. And then if it breaks, okay, I got in at 165, not the best. But if it breaks over 170, I'll risk like 6 cents on this play. And then I'm gonna add a little bit more at 168 here. Okay. So I'm in 2,000 shares. And the main reason I'm doing this is because I'm seeing a big orders on the ask. Somebody's trying to push it down, and it's money rotation time. It's about to be 8:30. So let's see. See if we get one more flush. But I don't really love the price action, to be honest. So yeah, I'm just going to risk a few cents. If it breaks over 170, I'll cut. But new PRs will be coming out in 1 minute or 2 minutes. So I'm going to bank on attention getting stolen from it. But yeah, I'm in a couple thousand shares. My average is 166. Well, 165.8. So let's see what happens. But I don't love it. It's not like my favorite setup, but let's see if some money rotation pulls attention away. And again, it goes back to, I think it was you, Strange, mentioned about how earlier I didn't like a play, and then Denny Burns, I was just like, no, I don't like it, but then it made that strong push. So I decide a lot of my entries on the price action. So how the ticker's playing out. So I'm up about, nothing crazy, about 90 bucks on this play now, but I want to see if it flushes a little bit more. Because I'm seeing, again, big orders on the ask, which makes me think it's going to keep pushing it down a little bit. There's like a 25K position on the ask, but there was a decent size on the bid at 160. So let's see what happens. It's 8:30. Let's see if some new PRs come out and steal attention. There's a couple PRs. Oh yeah, there's a decent amount of PRs that came out. So let's see what happens. Y'all see anything moving? But BNAI doesn't want to give up. But let me know if y'all see anything moving. There was a decent amount of PRs that came out, but I'm not seeing anything taken off. ORBS. It's still only up 11% though. Yeah, I wish this one would push. And I'm not really looking to take a position on ORBS. I just like hoping something will steal attention away from BNAI and we get a little bit of a flush here. Like I said, I'm up about 120 bucks on it. Nothing crazy. I'm seeing another big order on the ask, 31K. So I'm gonna trim 1,000 shares here at 161, and then I'm just gonna ride out the other 1,000, I guess. ORBS is crypto news. There we go. Now I'm gonna trim out another 500, 158. Just because this one keeps fighting back, I don't really trust it. So I'm only in 500 shares now. Over 500 on the session at least, but I was hoping for another pop to play, but the only thing that really looked like it moved was ORBS, and it didn't move much. TII is moving a little bit. Well, not really. It's pushing up a little bit. I'll pull it up, see what happens. What's BNAI doing? I'm only in 500 shares, so I'll just let it do its thing. TII. What's the story with this one? I really don't want to play this one until it gets at least 420. This looks like it's setting up for a nice retest, though. Let me do some due diligence on this one. TII. 38 million float, 295 million market cap. All green on AskEdgar. So the market cap's bigger than I typically play, so I'm probably gonna leave it alone. I usually will try up to 200 million, but 295, I really like under 100 million, but we'll play up to 200 million, but this one's a little, I will only enter this one if it gets a full retest. Because the higher the market cap like that, they just don't flush as cleanly, typically. This is why I was kind of taking profit quick on BNAI. I'm not super confident it's going to flush since we didn't get money rotation. VVPR just released a PR. VVPR. Nothing. Struggling to learn TradeZero desktop. Anyone find a good tutorial? Anybody know of a good tutorial on how to use TradeZero desktop? I'm not going to re-enter here because it seems bullish. If it just breaks over 170, I'm just going to get out. I'm only in 500 shares, so it's not going to be a big deal if it does. Yeah, I'm out. I had a feeling it might do this, so. Well, yeah. Yeah, Mike, did you look up TradeZero on YouTube? Because they have a decent tutorial there. And this candle still might close under that level, but I'm done with being AI. TII looks like it's flushing. All right, guys, I'm probably about to wrap up here. And Mike, I know you're in the Discord. I'll look and see if I can, or just giving it all back. I'll look and see if I see anything, can find anything on it. Dang, I gave it all back. That's what they do. And that's another reason I didn't have a very solid, I just didn't catch any big moves today, and that happens. A lot of the big moves I did not catch. But happy to be green. Thankful. All good there. But I'm probably going to wrap up. Oh, ASPC moving again? ASPC. Oh, this is the one I made this is the one I made $5,000 on Friday. Don't get me excited, CJ. Yeah, I'll be keeping an eye on this one, this trash ticker. But on that note, I will, and just to talk through it since we brought it up, the reason I was pretty high confidence in this one was because after it like halted down like this and it came back to test VWAP, that's where I added all my size. And then ended up catching a flush, and then we played it. On Fridays, we do end of day fades on Fridays in the Discord. So I got to kind of play this one through live stream, but how do we join the Discord? It's in the, I'll share it right here. There you go. But on that note, guys, appreciate y'all for tuning in. Hopefully y'all learned something or caught some plays. I didn't have the best session, but all good there. Green is green. It's better than most traders. So if any of y'all are green, be thankful for that. And I will see y'all next time.